Wasn't Jamal great, everybody?
Yeah.
Thanks for the Pop-Tart. I wasn't sure what that was about, but... So, I had a flight get canceled recently. Getting your flight canceled is a lot like getting broken up with. You start asking yourself questions like, why is this happening? Did I do something wrong? What am I supposed to do with all this baggage? Seriously, there's so much of it, it's a lot to unpack. It gets better. Oh, seriously, I forgot my next joke. One positive thing about getting your flight canceled is that usually the airline tries to make it up to you. Like, Southwest genuinely wanted me to feel better about myself, so they gave me a connecting flight to Minnesota. This is going so well. So I was in Minnesota, all right? And it wasn't that bad. When I was in Minnesota, I actually got to talk to probably one of the most interesting people that I've ever met. When I say interesting, I'm not talking about fun to talk to interesting. I'm talking about, like, how have you survived this long? Interesting. And you know the type. Doesn't do well in social situations, occasionally pees the bed as an adult. My roommate, Tim. So the guy that I sat next to on the plane was actually a SoundCloud rapper. And I want you to think for a second, picture it. What do you think a SoundCloud rapper from Minnesota looks like? Okay? Got it? All right, so if you guessed a huge ginger kid with a black sleeveless hoodie jamming out to music on his phone, you're right. So I'm sitting next to him on the plane, all right? He's chatting me up. But chances are, you've never even been in the presence of a SoundCloud rapper before, because if you were, they would have told you. In our day and age, it's not even that hard to be a SoundCloud rapper. I mean, realistically, all you really need is an internet connection, a few words that rhyme, and to not be a huge ginger kid from Minnesota. So like I said, we're sitting next to each other, he's chatting me up, and he starts off real subtle. You know, taps me on the shoulder, shows me his phone, and just goes, "This is a good song." And I go, "Dude, I also listen to songs that are good." Thought we were gonna have a moment or something. And then what happens?
Too much info.
That's where I fucked up. Thank you so much, Pop-Tart guy. That's where I fucked up. I gave him way too much information, you know, like he now knows that I listen to songs. So of course the next words out of his mouth are, "Dude, I'm actually a SoundCloud rapper. Do you want to listen to one of my songs?" And the plane's taking off. You know, I don't have any connection on my phone, so I'm just like, "Just give me your name and I'll look you up later." But almost as if he'd been in this exact same situation before, he ripped out his earbuds, he jacked the volume all the way up, and let's just say that my measly economy seat got bumped up to the front row. You know, my first thought was, holy shit, are you insane? But my second thought was, wow, I got a great deal on these tickets. Can't act like that on a plane. The only people that get a pass for being super loud on a plane, it's like if you're a baby, or if you're having a baby. Everyone else should just shut the fuck up. Oh, jeez. Wow, this is rough. So of course I tell him to stop, and he stops, thankfully. But let's just say that I might have a feature on Young Goldie's next album. Yes, Young Goldie is his name. If the shoe fits, wear it. So I finally arrive in Denver, and you can get weed for so cheap in Denver. But thank God they tax the hell out of it in Chicago, because I'm not very good at being high. Being high in public for me is like going through airport security. It's petrifying. Like, I know I haven't done anything wrong, but I still feel like I'm gonna get tackled and sent to jail. And it sucks because people are always like, yo, let's smoke and then go do this thing. And my first thought's always, do we have to combine those? A real popular thing to do is to take some edibles and go to like the zoo or go to the aquarium. If someone asked me to do that, I'd probably be like, I don't know, man. I don't want to make the animals feel uncomfortable. Because my issue is that whenever I'm high, I always feel like I have to justify that whatever I'm doing is like normal, you know? So like, say I'm high at the museum, right? My inner monologue is walking me through step by step what I should be doing. It's like, all right, we're gonna stare at this thing for eight seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe not that long. People are gonna start thinking you're high. Use your legs, move around. Don't be stationary. I'm just listening like, okay. Use your hands too. Look inquisitive, like you're learning something. And that seems like it would work, right? Except the lady at the ticket counter has no idea what the hell I'm doing. If it gets really bad, I'll even start standing next to people, tap them on the shoulder, show them my phone, like, this is a good song. But when I was actually in Denver, I went to an art gallery out there. And don't get me wrong, you know, I like art, I appreciate art, but there's just something about those like fancy art galleries that reminds me of the government. You know, like the fact that most of it's owned by rich white people. Like, I'm not gonna admire your shit. But it was pretty cool. This art gallery out in Denver, they had this one room, and they had a bunch of TVs on all the walls, right? And in the center of the room, they had like these pads. So when you step on the pad, something from the ceiling just beams down audio into your ears. Next level technology, seriously. So I walk into this room. I'm a little high. Okay. Let's be honest, I'm a little high. No idea what's going on. I start hearing like whispers. It's like, as you can see, this art is directly influenced by nature. I'm like looking over my shoulder like, what the hell was that? And I accidentally step on a pad and I hear, this art's been nominated for over 43 awards. And I'm like, who the fuck said that? But I start to piece things together, I start to figure it out. So I walk up to a pad, finally with some purpose. I put both my feet on there, and all I hear is, this is a Young Goldie exclusive. Thank you so much.